All right, what's up, everybody? So you got your boy Blue Water, Cowboy Mike in the house, and I just did a video on reskirting that B52 uh, lure, 7-inch B52 lure, and I've been getting a lot of messages about what kind of lures I use besides the B52, and for most of you that have been watching our video, we're kind of like Team Yo-Zuri, you know. So we use a lot of these Yo-Zuri crystal minnows. They're 5 1/4 at 5/8 ounce floating Yo-Zuri lures, and we tried all types of lures that Yo-Zuri makes, and these crystal minnows work the best for us. Um, Sometimes we go a little fast, sometimes we go a little slow, but average 5 to 6 knots. I mean, sometimes the wind blows, we hit 7 knots. And these Yo-Zuri crystal minnows do really well with staying underwater and staying on course. And as you see all our videos, we've been very productive with these lures. So, like I said, we use all different colors from orange, pink, blue, black, and silver. And so I got a lot of messages that asked, what's the setup? So I'm gonna give you guys the shakedown. These are the two brand new lures that I picked up at our fishing store, POP, Pacific Ocean Producers. And it comes in this box on this cardboard, and it's strapped on the back with a twist tie. And so I'm gonna show you guys how I outfit these lures to perform a lot better in the strikes. So as you can see, these are very attractive lures, and I've been having a lot of issues with these hooks. So they're very good, they're very sharp. The first couple of times that we use them, straight out of the box. But after a few weeks, these hooks get really dull, and the fish don't stick. They'll hit it and they'll come off. And as you can see, these lures are very, I mean, they look all right, but they're kind of soft. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that we use these lures, Onos or Wahoos, they'll hit it, and they'll bite the light, and we'll lose the lure. And the worst part is, now you got an Ono out there, or Wahoo, swimming around the ocean with one of these stuck to their face. So what I do to upgrade these lures to make them animals is I get these awesome treble hooks. So these things are, I don't know what you call them, but they're made by Owner Stinger treble hooks. So I don't know what they did to these things, but they're stronger. I don't know if they're like just made out of a better material or something, or whatnot. But the sharpness, man, they stay sharp for a long time. They stay sharp for a long time, and to the point where the hooks will outlast the lure. So what I do is I get my long nose pliers, and I remove these hooks. Okay, I take them off, and how I do that is they're kind of hard because they're brand new, these rings, but I get them to start slipping off the ring. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but I get them to start slipping off the ring, and at the same time I put the new one on, while just because the these springs or these coils are spread apart, I try to get this on the same time I take this one off. So I'll try to do that in front of you guys, and hopefully it works out. Sometimes I have a hard time. I mean, keep in mind these hooks are brand new, and they're really sharp. So I try to get this one on. There you go. So it popped on because this is already spread apart, and then I lace this one up, and it goes all the way around. Boom. That one falls off. Boom. And you got this badass. It's a little bigger, as you can see, than the original size. But these are like anodized or something, but they're freaking sharp as hell. They're bulkier, they're stronger, and they're bigger. So at first I was just doing it to the back hook, but I still had issues where the front hook would get dull. So I just changed them both out. You know what I mean? I'll do the second one. Same deal. I put it up against the table and I slip this one in between. Is that chemically sharpened? Oh, these are chemically sharpened hooks. My son, that was my son. He just came with his phone and showed me that these are chemically sharpened hooks. What does that mean? I don't freaking know. Google it. But they're a lot better. They're a lot stronger. And like I said, they hold their shape. There we go. Put the second one on. Boom. Got it. Turn this one all the way around. Boom. That one falls out. This one is in. There you go. 100% awesomeness right there. Now this thing is ready to kick butt. You know what I'm saying? This thing will. These things are bad because bad isn't good. These things are awesome because when you hook them in, you hook them in the mouth, and the other one will hook them in the face. So when they're on like this, it's really hard to come off. Now, there you go. So that's that on the hook deal. Now, what I do to prevent losing my, $12 lure with my, my brand new hook set, I'm probably making almost $15 lure with my labor is I use steel leader. So this is a steel leader, and it has this like a plastic coating on it. So that prevents the Wahoo or the Ono from stealing it from me. So, and this thing right here, it's a 90-pound test. It's rated at 90-pound test. See, I couldn't even cut it with my needle and no pliers. I need to get the crimp. So I get that, and then of course this is a number 6 sleeve for that 90-pound leader. And depends what type of wire leader you use. You're gonna probably use a different size crimp, but I got this from the local fishing store, and I just matched it up. And I'm sure you can find it online, on Amazon or something. I would put on the link, below. But right now I'm still kind of learning how to do this YouTube thing, and so I'll put the sleeve on like that, and make sure that it has enough room so it can still do its job. Okay, it has to be loose. You don't want it too tight. And of course I got my crimper. Now you got this wire, and you want to make sure that it's nice and straight. That's pretty good. Okay, and then like the last video, if you haven't seen the other video, same deal. You don't want to crimp it all the way to the end because you don't want to pinch the wire. If you pinch the wire, it might end up cutting through it, and you're gonna end up losing your lure. So I leave a little bit sticking out right here. So it has some room at the end. So basically, again, after you're done, you kind of want it to look like a bow tie. where the middle is crimped, and then you got two things on the side. And then I go on the other side, and of course, like I said, I leave a little bit sticking out. I know it's hard to see, but a little bit of it is uncrimped. Okay, and you want to make sure you do a good job on this, because you'll be surprised. We catch some really big, angry fish with some really sharp teeth on this lure. So there you go. You got the chemically sharpened, upgraded hooks on this Yo-Zuri. And then I have it about, I would say about 6-7 inches. And then put on the other side. And I make a loop back into the swivel. Ta-da! Okay, and it has a little bit sticking out, as you can see. Oh, nice yellow wall, you can see it. But there you go. Before you crimp it, you want to make sure everything looks all right, because once you crimp it, there's no going back. Okay, so there you go, all good. And then same thing, we crimp this end. And this is the end that goes to our fluorocarbon. So the secret, okay, listen up guys. The secret for me catching a whole lot of fish with these crystal minnows is that I use fluorocarbon, which is basically invisible line. It costs a little bit more than your typical monofilament line, but totally worth it. You don't have to get, 500-yard spool of it. You just need like 100 yards of it. And I run it at 60-pound test. So I tie it onto this, onto the 60 pound fluorocarbon, and then that's onto the swivel, onto my 50-pound braid, onto my reel. So here you go. We got our action, our awesome action-packed lure right here that is gonna just destroy. Now this thing is wahoo proof so far. We haven't caught a wahoo that bit through this yet, but this is wahoo proof. This is a lot stronger and tougher setup. So this is the upgrade from your regular plain crystal minnow. I mean, you just look at it already. It's like, which lure would you rather run? The one with the steel leader and the one with the bigger, stronger hooks that are more sharpened, or the regular one? So, but yep, that's your tackle tip for today. And this is how we run our crystal minnows. And this thing is ready to go, bro. This is ready to destroy. So as you can see, the steel leader is about the length of the lure. So give you a rough idea how long to make the steel leader. That would be it. And like I said, I like to use this thing because we do a slow troll, about 5 to 6 knots. And so why do I do that? Basically, I like to save fuel. We go out so often that you want to save gas when you can. And to go 5-6 knots, and we get to run the ledge, and we even catch small papio on this. We catch anything and everything you can think of. Anywhere from a 1-pound fish that was so small we throw back, to a 30-40-pound fish that can feed 3 families. You know what I mean? And it'll last for a long time. And the best part about all of this is that when you use this lures, a lot of times the boat will go a little faster than it should, and it'll scratch these lures up by these hooks. And when it's time to change to a new lure, these hooks are still good. It's almost like a forever thing. And I recommend going to the hardware store and buying a little file, small little file. It's probably like $7. And you want to sharpen these hooks in between the lures. But let me tell you, man, these things are really sharp, and you can tell because they're scratching to your nail. That's how you can tell the hooks are bad. So, yep. So we're from your stock hook, as you can see, to the new chemically sharpened treble hooks with a steel leader, 90-pound steel leader with a has a plastic um, coating over it, so it just keeps it from rusting. That's why I like to use it. But I'm gonna put this back into the box. I'm gonna do the second lure, and we're gonna take you guys fishing. And so for you guys that want to see how these lures work, check out the other videos in my YouTube page, and you can see exactly what kind of action these guys get. You know what I mean? So these are the best bang for your buck. I've caught more fish on these lures than all of these lures put together. You know what I mean? But this won't catch you a marlin or actual ahi. You know, these will catch you shibis, cavacavas, you know, which are bonito, onos, you know, all that type of stuff. But this will not catch you a marlin or catch you a big size ahi. So ahi is 100-pounder. We just call it ahi because it's a tuna, and that's what we call it in Hawaii. But yep, so that's our upgrading of the Yo-Zuri crystal minnow at 5 1/4 inch at 5/8 weight, and we get the floating one. So that's another thing. You want to get the floating lure, because say you're by yourself and you're fishing in the shallower ends of the reef, and you hook up with a fish on the other lure, you're gonna need time to reel in the one that didn't get hit, and you don't want this one to be sinking to the bottom of the ocean and you're gonna lose a $20 bill. You know what I'm saying? So I get the floating ones, so when we stop, it stays afloat. And it gives you time to reel in your line and clear the line out so you can bring in your Ono or whatever it may be. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you like it and you want to see more videos. And if you want to see the up and coming videos, you know what to do. Subscribe. If you want to be really awesome, you think it's that cool, the videos, hey, share it on Facebook or something and let people know what we do here in Hawaii. You know what I mean? So, peace out. Mahalos for you guys' support, brah. This is Blue Water Cowboy Mike in the house, sharing the taco tip today. And be safe out in the ocean. Stay hydrated. And eat fish. Live long. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you. Smile. Live longer. Love one another, man. Teach each other how to fish. You know what they say, you give a man a fish, he eats for the day. You teach him how to fish, he eats for the rest of his life. So share your tackle tips that you learn, and every fisherman catch fish differently, and this is our way that we do it here in Honolulu, Hawaii, and outside of Waikiki. So again, peace out. Thanks for your guys' support, man. Aloha. Have a good day.